Hey fourth graders, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the one for fractions. Like what? It sounds a little bit weird, but watch how this works. Now, if I'm saying that I have three bubbles, I hope you can see them, three bubbles here, and I'll say this is 1/2 of the whole. Right? I want to know what the 1 is. So this is half of the 1. I'm trying to find the 1. So the three bubbles is half of the 1. If 3 is half of it, what's the whole? Now, you can do it a few different ways. One way to do it is imagine this is half of it. If this is half, 1/2, well then the other side must have 3 more, right? If this is half of it, the whole must be 3 more. So 3 plus 3 is 6. The whole would be 6. Another way to think about it is this. I have 3 bubbles here, and that's half. So what you got to do is you take your number, you got 3 of them, and you would do 3 bubbles times the denominator times 2. So the whole would be 6, like that. Okay? All right, let's look at another one here. Let's say that instead of being 1/2, let's say that this is 1/3. So 3 is 1/3 of it, right? This is one group out of 3. This is one group out of 3. So I want to have another group of 3. This is 2 out of 3 now. And if I have another one over here, now we got 3 out of 3, right? This is 1/3, this would be 1/3, this would be 1/3. How many do I have all together? Well, 9, right? Another way, if you did the multiplying, you got 3 of them, right? 1, 2, 3. And then you multiply it by the denominator. 3 times 3. 9. So you have the denominator, 1, 2, 3, times how many bubbles there are? 3 of them. Okay? Now, let's try another one. Let's say if I have 4 of them. Let's erase. Give me a second. Erase. I hope you guys are having a good time. Not too much fun, but I hope you're having some fun. Lately I've been getting out for walks, pulling around, savvying, riding, and every so often I get to go fishing. I hope you guys get outside, do what you like to do, have some fun. Let's say we have 4 bubbles now. 4 of them. And my fraction, now this time is going to be 2 out of 5. Okay, 2 out of 5. So if I have 4 bubbles, and I have 2 groups, so here's one group, here's another group, right? So I got 2 and 2, right? So how many are in each group? 2. Okay, so I have 2 groups, and now I have 1, 2, right? If I go 1, 2, I can draw, here's a 3rd group, here's a 4th group, and let me put it over here. Here's a 5th group. So there's my 5 groups. Remember, there were 4 of them here, which were 2 groups. 2 groups, right? So I made 5 groups total. How many are there? Well, if you count them, there should be 10. Of course, you can multiply. If one group has 2 in it, remember, you just take the denominator times what one group is, 2. I wrote that in messy. Sorry, let me erase that. That's a bad eraser. See how much of a mess it made? 2 times 5 equals 10. Do not get confused with the 2/5 and think that's what you just do. You multiply them. No. You take how many are in the group times the denominator. Okay, that tells you the whole. Alright. I hope you're catching on. Alright, let's try another one here. Let me look at my trusty book here. What should we try next? How about if 4 of them is 2/3? 2/3. Again, how many groups are there? 2. 2 out of 3. Well, if I have 4 of them and I have to divide them equally, there's 2 groups. So obviously we're going to have 1 group, 2 groups. Each group has 2 again, right? So I'd have to add If I have one group, two groups, I have to have three groups. There's my third group over there. And I have 2 in here, so 2 times 3 equals 6. There's my 6. Okay? Try one more together here, and then I'll point you to the next thing we're going to do here. All right? Let's see here. Stay with the 4. Staying with the 4s. How about if... Oh, let me get rid of a couple here. All right, let's try that. Let's say that this is 1/4. So 2 of them is 1/4. 1/4. So how many groups do I have? 4. You can do it 2 ways. Here's 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, and add this one. Obviously that's the 4 group, right? 4th group. So obviously if you count, hopefully you can see them all. 8 of them, right? Or I got 1, 2, 4, the denominator, times how many are in the group? 2, 8. Okay? In your math book, I want you now to open your math book and open to page 209. 209. 209. Give you a second. 209. I'm going to help you with a couple problems on 209. All right, let's look at page 209. I know we're skipping 208. That's kind of just drawing shapes. I'm more worried about these. 209. We have 5. I'm looking at number 7 on 209. Number 7 on 209. If 5 bubbles is 1/3. So let me get 5 bubbles up here. So this is 1/3. 5 bubbles is 1/3. Well, then I can do it 2 different ways. If one group is 5, let me draw another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2 groups of 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 groups of 5, right? Here's 1 group of 5, 2 groups, 3 groups. Or you do the multiplication. You have 5 as 1 group times 3. The denominator is 3. 15. You take whatever one group is and multiply it by the denominator. 5 times 3, 15. All right? Let's see here. I'm seeing if there's... Oh, let's jump down to number 9. That way we have a double group. Number 9 here. Last one I'm going to help you with here. That you guys are getting this. I know you're going to get this. Number 9 wants us to do 12 counters. Oh, sorry. I went down for 10. If 10 counters are 2/5. All right. So if 10 counters. So here's my 5. I need 5 more. And this is, altogether, this is 2/5. Well, look, I got 5, 10. I got 10 total. And we have 5 in each group. You can do it different ways. This is 1 group. This is 2 groups. Right? This is 10 groups, right? I hope you saw that. If you split 10 into 2 groups, because there's 2 groups, half of 10 is 5. So I can draw 1 group, 2 groups. I need 3 more groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Or you do the multiplication method. There are 5 in one group. You do the, how many are in one group? 5 times the denominator, 5, 25. So you can do it 2 different ways. Whichever way you're comfortable with. Draw them out, figure out how many are in one group, draw out all the groups and add them up. Or figure out how many are in one group and multiply it by the denominator. Hey, I hope you guys are getting this. I hope you guys are not having too many problems. Thanks for your watching, and I'll catch you next week. See ya.